Magpie, Bruce Abernethy, has suffered a severe bout of influenza, but wasn't.
The Slickers taking on the boys from the country, and certainly some marvellous prize money for the West End Challenge. We see, what, 10,000 and a credit estate game for the player retention fund, and that's certainly a lot of money and well worth winning. OK, at training this morning, Neville Roberts caught up with the coach of the City All-Stars, Graham Corns.
And Graham, we've just picked the side. What was
might like to look at for the big coming forthcoming state game?
And there are a number of players out there that would have blown their chances today that didn't perform that well. And also there were $10,000 up for grabs, and there was a lot of pride at stake.
OK, well, let's take you to our game into the first quarter. In fact, we pick up 12 minutes into the first quarter. Country 2-2-14 lead the City Slickers 1-1-7. Here we go.
The bounce favours Redden. He wins the tap right down the throat of Filkey. Redden tried to get it back. In turn over the top is Greg Smith, fast emerging as best man on the ground at this stage. He puts the ball forward. He's already had 3 kicks and a number of handballs. That is kicked off the ground by Patterson. Back to Troy Clark, lifts the eyes, has a look. He has great pace and chips in a pass to find Filkey. Filkey trips over. Now, back in the pocket there, all by himself was Stoeckel. He provides the lead now. It's put out in front of that player. Picks it up cleanly. It's a kick around his body. Puts it back to the head of the square. Hynes sets himself. Negri back there takes the mark easily on the chest. A handball out towards Andrew Jarman. In turn, he finds Allan Schwartz. Schwartz with a short pass as the running player in Smart. The kick wasn't good. Smart has time, though. Goes back towards Schwartz. Oh, brilliant smother out there by Neave. Neave paddles the ball forward. Kept his footing well. Evades Jarman. That was clever football. The pass is low. It's picked up beautifully by Hynes. He snaps towards the goals. But just offline, but he did it well for a ruckman.
Yes, the country All-Stars have got guys continually streaming down in the forward lines, and the City All-Stars just haven't been able to pick up.
Margin is just 8 points. Andrew Jarman showing the ball to a couple of players. Very clever work. Oh, the kick wasn't so clever, though. He's got given the chance for the country side to kick a goal. Tregenza puts it up. There are 2 players who can take it, and taken on the chest by Schache. And Jars is not happy about his effort, and neither he ought be.
No, he just did that a little bit too much then, Brian, and the crowd loved watching him perform, but it looks pretty bad when you make mistakes like that. Schache with a big opportunity.
With his 3rd kick, has kicked 1 goal, now has 2 on the board, the big fella.
Yes, Andrew Jarman, normally well known for his disposal, wasn't all that good. He has got a slight injury problem, I think, and that he has been a bit worried about on Saturday, and he's come to this game and is a little bit tentative, but Schache's kicked his 2nd, and they've gone on to 3-3, leading the City All-Stars 1-1.
Yes, the country All-Stars with a 14-point advantage. And for all the skills that Andrew Jarman does possess, he makes one basic error continually, and that's when he kicks around his body. And quite often you see him put the ball along the ground like that. It's a very lazy approach. Up high Negri, but the better judgment shown by Redden. Down towards Tregenza, the pass out looking for Stoeckel, but underneath it Schache once more, and that could be 50. Mackie blew the whistle. He decided against it. Patterson was the man that came in late, and now Laurence Schache, the West Torrey, still giving the 50. Well, this makes it a certainty now. Schache will kick his 3rd, and he's a very good player, Laurence Schache. Played some junior football with the Essendon Football Club. Hails from country Victoria. And with his 4th kick, he posts his 3rd goal.
Yeah, Schache's kicked his 3rd, and they've gone on to 4-3, 27, leading their News All-Stars 1-1-7.
Trevor Clisby is Laurence Schache's opponent. He's let him slip away quite regularly in this first quarter, and he'll be looking to hold a tighter rein on the West Torrens champion, who's playing at centre-half forward. With a very strong forward set-up, the country side, and at the 15.5-minute mark of this first quarter, leading by 20 points. Umpire Rick Neave puts the ball down. Up in the centre goes Negri, taps it down. Big Mick Redden is in there. Simon Neave at the bottom of the pack has given the free kick. Breaks away quickly, goes short, looking for, I thought, Troy Clark. coming through and breaking the tackle firstly. Oh, being held for the second one was Clisby, not having a good day. Off the hands it comes. In there was McKinnon. The quick kick away by Clisby now puts the ball out in front of the City side, gives the chance for John Paynter across to Darren Jarman, should I say. The kick long to the forward area, the thump away, picked up by Paynter again. Oh, he's clever. Puts the ball up into the forward area. Here's a chance for a mark in front, not paid to Hodges. Off hands to Sim, that's a beauty.
Yeah, Stephen Sims has crumbed that beautifully. Always a danger around goals, and he's picked it up beautifully, thrown it onto the boot, and kicked it through for another one to the City All-Stars.
Yeah, Stephen Sims, he's a real rover. He has great goal sense. He picked that up beautifully off the pack. He didn't have much time, but he managed to snare that through the middle. And the fist away came from Scott Lee. He's playing a great game in defence, but he lacked the support required at that stage of the game. 17 minutes in, and the Country All-Stars are on 4-3, opposed to the City All-Stars 2-1. They go forward once more, the City boys, but the mark's taken by Whittlesey. And when you consider that the Country All-Stars are kicking into the breeze, this has been a very good first term. From behind was Smith, couldn't take it. In there was McKinnon, picked up by Sims once more, the man that kicked the last goal. That was his 5th kick, but that's a beautiful mark taken by Scotty Lee. He's had 6 possessions already. This time he puts it out, searching for Redden. Beautifully placed. Redden takes the mark, normally likes to play on, does so, out towards McAdam, tucks it underneath the arm, drops it in, Stoeckel's the target, punched away from that player. And the ball eventually goes over the line. And at the 18-minute mark, it's a 14-point advantage to the Country All-Stars.
Boundary throw in, a short one. Negri gets in there. The tap down went through Andrew Jarman's legs. Now he's got it. The handball away, long, looking for a City Guernsey. Andrew Payze is there, puts the ball further toward the boundary line. So a few valuable metres gained for the City side. Going to left of screen and playing in the blue Guernseys. Again, it'll be Negri in ruck. This time Hynes opposes. Negri comes in late, but taken by Darren Smith quickly onto the left boot, looking for Schache again. Clisby is there with him this time. Takes the ball toward the line, picked up by Sims. On that 50-metre line, defensive side for the City team, he finds Staritski. Third kick to Justin Staritski. Into the centre of the ground it goes. In front, oh, that mark is paid to Peter Bennett. Held it long enough. Bennett looking for options up forward. With his third kick, goes toward the lead, and the mark taken by Darren Jarman. Short pass into Jakovich on the lead is perfect work. You wouldn't want to see better than that, or you couldn't see better than it. Jakovich leading out, and a pinpoint pass.
This is a great test for Des O'Dwyer opposed to Jakovich, and now he knows what the opposition fullbacks go through every Saturday.
Jakovich, second kick. And again, he's offline for his second point.
Deserved it a lot better than that. Darren Jarman's picked that up beautifully and hit Jakovich on a beautiful lead, and normally he'd get them 10 out of 10.
O'Dwyer drops in the pass. He was, in fact, it's O'Dwyer was the target. The ball was brought back in by, pick up that player in a minute. The ball is taken over the line. In fact, that was John Seebohm who brought the ball back into play. The target was O'Dwyer. The kick not quite finding its mark. Redden. Oh, he pushed out Bennett quite easily. The handball out to Phillips, the captain of the Country All-Stars. In turn to Filkey. Game 250 to Tregenza. They're playing a better brand of football, the Country All-Stars, as Neave puts it in and Smith takes the mark. Well, that was precision football. Darren Smith has already taken 3 marks. We're 20 minutes into the game, and I would say John Cahill would be feeling pretty happy about this first quarter effort. Kick number 3 from about 40 metres out. He's normally fairly accurate, and he has posted the 5th goal for the Country All-Stars.
Got a very strong forward setup, the Country All-Stars in the red Guernseys, because the 2 big blokes up there kicking the 5 goals between them, Schache and Darren Smith, looking the goods and being delivered the ball very well, and they're winning it out of the centre again. Redden gets the tap to Filkey, goes short to Schache. I don't know whether Laurence Schache was quite in position. The kick was very, very accurate.
Well, Brian, the half-forward line's totally dominating at the moment. Schache's already kicked 3 goals. Darren Smith's on a half-forward flank. He's kicked 2 opposed to Allan Schwartz, and while Schwartz is finding a bit of the ball, he's still getting goals kicked on him.
Surely right. Schache's long kick into goals, and I think he's done it again. He's got his 4th.
Lucky kick coming out of the centre then, and it's fallen in Schache's arms. Clisby, although not probably as tight as you'd like to be, you can't accept those situations. You have to be right on him, and it's fallen in his arms. He's kicked truly for his 4th, and they're doing exceptionally well at the moment.
Well, the runner out having a word to Schache. I would expect the runner to go out to Trevor Clisby soon. You can't allow someone to kick 4 goals on you in the first quarter. It's only 21 minutes old and not expect a move. The ball went down towards McAdam, couldn't take it. Underneath there is Darren Jarman, but umpire Rick Kinnear decides on a bounce, and that man has problems at the moment as he goes for the phone. He may even eat it. He's not all that pleased with the situation, nor should he be. 6-3 plays 2-2. Stephen Sims puts the City All-Stars forward. Underneath it, the strong mark by Phillips. Bennett in late. And there's no love lost between those two players. Phillips reported it earlier in the year with a clash with Bennett. The ball kicked to the outer side. Negri, one hand, couldn't take it. Redden in there, playing a great game. Sims also into the action. Brown, he stole that ball nicely. This time he's on the right boot. It's an awkward-looking kick, but it finds Andrew Jarman. Thought about playing on, thought better of it, then does so. Kick number 5, looking for Jakovich, but he's tucked away well in that right northern pocket, and we'll have a ball in.
Yes, King, Andrew Jarman, they're really kicking around his body. Didn't really have to do that. Could have gone back and picked off and would have given him a chance to go. As it is, it's gone out of bounds and given the country All-Stars a time to regroup.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Michael, 100%. He's a very talented player. If you were to find a fault, he continually kicks around his body, and we'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses. McAdam should have the pace to break away, does so. Searching for options. The handball goes out wide, looking for O'Dwyer. He too pushes out a short pass, and that was beautifully taken by Troy Clark. Kick number 4. He's opposed to Andrew Payze. The target is Schache. It won't find its mark, and Nigel Smart takes the mark.
On centre wing, Smart puts the ball in towards centre half forward. Bennett is the leaper, and that's illegal. In front was Grantley Filkey. Takes the free kick, wastes no time. Plays on quickly to Whittlesea. Whittlesea will go wide. Well, I thought he might have toward Darren Smith, who was on the leap. The kick wasn't that good. Negri is in there. Darren Jarman, a beautiful handball across. David Hutton now with the kick, goes down toward the half-forward area. Should have been taken by O'Dwyer. Seebohm backs him up, and the Reds will get out of this with an easy handball to Greg Phillips. The countryside come away towards centre wing. McKinnon the mark. They've got options everywhere, the countryside. As they go towards centre half forward, Hynes will be in position. Schache used his body, and a good mark taken by Schwartz. Decides to use the captain in Bruce Lindsay. Lindsay goes toward the centre wing. That's a good kick to Andrew Jarman. Let's see what use he can make of this. He hasn't many options up forward. Runs around the man on the mark cleverly. Goes short to Hutton. Hutton is at half forward, about 65 out. On the lead, Jakovich. Oh, he's dropped it. Now he's got to go back and get it again. On the left boot. The kick wasn't one of his best off the side. It goes. Staritski is underneath it. And Justin Staritski has taken a good mark in the end. That really, Michael, wasn't the sort of forward play that the countryside have been using.
Not at all, Bucky. They haven't been anywhere near as fluent, and they have to be more direct and really just kick straight down the ground and get those guys crumbing when the ball hits the ground.
4th kick to Justin Staritski, and his first goal is on the board.
Great mark to Justin Staritski. You saw the Richard Champion try to feel where he was and couldn't quite get body on body, and Justin Staritski just lay back over the top of him, taking a great chest mark and kicked truly.
Country All-Stars 6-3-39, a 19-point advantage over the News All-Stars. They're on 3-2-20. So the country boys showing the City Slickers a clean pair of heels at the moment, a 19-point advantage. Negri opposed to Redden. Redden, the farmer from Peekiner. The ball goes down towards Darren Jarman. Hodges couldn't take it. Here's a chance for Jakovich. He loves these opportunities. He's on the left boot. He hooks it back, but far too far, and it goes through for another point. So they're wasting opportunities with the breeze. Jakovich has now kicked 3 points.
Just can't afford to miss shots like that, even though he was on his left foot. Had time, really should have kicked a goal, and they've just missed another one, missed another opportunity.
O'Dwyer's kick out finds Champion. Again, wasting no time. They're getting the ball on quickly, the countryside. Darren Smith overruns. Clisby is there. Smith doing his best to get it out. Stephen Sims does it. Now puts the ball toward the half-forward area. Off hands to Hutton. Hutton to go at goal, a little bit late in kicking. And his kick is through for 1 point only. The tackling, Michael, by the Reds, the country boys in defence, has been a feature of their game as well.
It has, Bucky. They're all over the ground at the moment. They're confident. They're playing with a lot more confidence, and they're controlling the ball a lot better than the opposite side.
O'Dwyer down the ground. The target was Redden. Didn't find that player. Filkey was crumbing well. McKinnon shows his strength. Makes a little bit of space. The handball is good to find Smith. Over towards the running player in Tregenza. Has that awkward bounce. It's a characteristic of his game. The handball over the top. Neave lines up the goals from about 35 out. And that's the way to play direct football. They've now kicked their 7th. Neave has his first.
Yes, done that easy, Kim. The country all-stars right from the back line, right down the middle, players streaming down the middle again. You've got Troy Clark, you've got Simon Tregenza, Simon Neave, Filkey. They're all over the place, and they've kicked truly and are doing it on the bit at the moment.
Very classy out of the centre are the country boys, and they've got pace, and they draw the player, and they've used it well in this first quarter. 7-3-45. The country, the city 3-4-22. Back in the centre, Redden winning the ruck, gets it down again to Tregenza. The kick forward through Schache's legs. McAdam is there, pulls Bruce Lindsay off the ball, leaves Schache to go for a little bit slow in getting the kick away. McAdam is tackled. Comes to Troy Clark, back to Neave, the kicker of the last goal. He's hassled, but gets it back to Champion. Oh, I wouldn't have tried that, but he got out of it. Great play. Short Tregenza in toward the lead, or in fact the player in there was Schache. Offhands it to Greg Smith. Plenty of tackling there. Comes back to Smith again. Oh, he's lost the ball. Could have gone toward the goal. Across to Neave. Neave with his chance for his second. Oh, the two players on the line were hugging themselves. The goal umpire indicates that's a goal.
Not the most classical football you'd ever see, but the country all-stars made quite a few mistakes here, but the city all-stars just aren't harassing them enough, aren't pressuring them enough, and the country all-stars have got too much time to pick up their mistakes, and as a result has kicked another goal.
Some good work in the goal square by Stoeckel to allow that ball to go through. Country all-stars 8-3-51, leading the city all-stars 3-4-22. Negri tried a more aggressive approach. Brown picks up the ball. Redden's been well on top centre field. Staritski puts his side forward, and Stephen Sims takes a diving mark. The North Adelaide Rover has kicked one. It was a beautiful snap. This time he's directly in front, kicking from about 45 metres. 9 kicks already. I often describe him as a seagull. Lining up for his second. And he loves kicking goals, and he puts that through. The News stay in touch. They're on 4-4. The country all-stars 8-3.
Puts it wide. McKinnon takes the mark. Plays on quickly towards centre wing with the left boot. Smart is underneath that. Didn't take the mark. Normally would. Abernethy picks it up. The hurried kick forward gives Schache the run. He'll get there first. Now decides to soccer off the ground. It was a clever idea because he had Greg Smith in the centre, but better work by Bruce Lindsay to Andrew Jarman, and the City All-Stars go into attack. Stephen Williams, no mark. Umpire won't pay that. He's got to play on quickly. Has the handball away. In there is Bennett. Bennett around the body, short to find Sims. Sims is inside 50 metres. That kick won't make it. Puts it up. Paynter in front. The ball spoiled away. Hutton, in fact, it was. Now it comes off Jakovich. The handball out. The tap out was great by Paynter. Goes Stephen Williams for chance, and he threaded it like a needle.
Magnificent goal, Stephen Williams. That's what the City All-Stars need at the moment. An informed Stephen Williams around the forward lines, picking up the crumbs and snapping truly. They need him to fire along with more from Stephen Sims at the moment and the two Jarman boys.
Well, Stephen Williams, since coming onto the ground, has had 7 handballs. That was his first kick, and it's taking the City All-Stars nearly 20 minutes to post their first goal in this second term. Centre field, the ball with Mark Mackey. He's officiating with Rick Kinnear, and it's Christie opposed to Redden. Redden doing all the ruck work at this stage, but Christie won the tap. In there is McAdam. Williams shows great commitment. It's his first state game. The ball comes to ground once more. Working his way out is McKinnon. Tregenza in there, taken to ground. Diving on the top of it is Bennett. Umpire Rick Kinnear will bounce. 10-7 plays 5-12, the advantage to the country team. And it appears to be very much a pro-City crowd, but they've had nothing to cheer about at this stage. A crowd of around 14 to 15,000 people here. It's pretty good effort at Football Park as Tregenza gets another possession. This time it goes out to the running player in Greg Phillips. Well up from defence. Spoiled away by Thomson. He taps that towards the boundary line, and he was pretty happy with that result. And he wins the praise of teammate Allan Schwartz. We're just over the 20-minute mark. And the country team have used the ball far more efficiently. They've been a lot more fluent in their approach as Andrew Jarman puts the City team forward. Underneath at Redden, couldn't take the mark, had 2 attempts. Paynter picks up the crumbs, goes down to Williams, second kick, 9th possession. Out there looking for Sims. He's kicked 2 goals. He's on the left boot. He's looking for Jakovich over the head of that player. O'Dwyer can't control it. Back there is Hodges. Clever work, but it's been stolen there by Seebohm. Seebohm on the left leg, puts it out wide, looking for Tregenza, who takes a good mark in opposition to Brown. Now, the move may have been made. Darren Jarman's limping at the moment. I think David Brown may have been moved to the centre. We'll try and pick that up. Tackle applied to Paynter. Payze in there. Goes backward to create some space, then puts it out towards Andrew Jarman. Oh, he has a sixth sense, he has. Kick number 14. Setting himself Hodges. Jakovich, oh, he likes this, has the pace. He's too quick for Seebohm, and he finally posts his first goal.
Yep, they needed that one, the City All-Stars. Andrew Jarman, ball ferreted out to him, kicked to the full forward position, and Jakovich has crumbed beautifully, snapped through for his left foot and kicked a beautiful goal.
Allan Jakovich has kicked 1 goal 3 in this game. He's had 7 kicks, and a couple of them, 3 of the points that he's kicked, in fact, have been pretty easy shots, so he'll be pleased to get his first goal on the board. 67 plays 48, so the margin is narrow to Football Park. Still in favour of the country All-Stars. Hynes in ruck, gets it down. Tregenza left go. Geez, created a lot of play in that centre. He's still over the top of the ball. Greg Smith there as well. Puts the ball out. Abernethy, Hynes, across to Filkey. He's inside 50, puts it toward the goal square. Stoeckel. No, Redden. Oh, he's limping a little too. Big Mick Redden having a rest in the forward pocket, letting David Hynes do the ruck work. And he certainly looked as if he had a problem with the leg when he marked that. It's his 4th mark, and he's only 10 metres out. And he's posted his first goal.
There was no way that Mick Redden was going to miss that. He really had to sit there. Paul Patterson was caught under the ball. There was a slight nudge out there, but not enough to give the free kick. And he's marked the ball and kicked truly 6 points.
Well, John Cale, the coach of the country All-Stars, has the Midas touch at the moment. He put Hynes into the ruck. He won the first tap. Redden went for his first spell of the match, and he took an easy mark to post his first goal. 11-7-73 the country team, and the City All-Stars 6-12-48. Hynes opposed to Christie. Hynes wins another tap. The ball goes down towards Andrew Jarman, kicks around his brother, or around his body. His brother's out there. That's Darren Jarman. He soccers the ball forward. Should have too much pace for Greg Phillips. Bangs it back on the left boot. Oh, that's an incredible pass to find Scott Hodges. Well, that was better play by the City side. Darren Jarman appears to be moved out to a half-forward flank. I would say David Brown is playing in the middle now. And Scott Hodges has posted his first goal.
Magnificent by Darren Jarman then. Just a few minutes earlier, a little bit proppy, but got the ball on his left foot, saw Scott Hodges sitting at the top of the square there. Beautiful left foot kick. It's picked him off, and Scott Hodges would have no problems in kicking a goal.
The margin is just 19 points at Football Park in favour of the country All-Stars. And it appears that your prediction, whether it was that, Kim, or not, has come about. Brown is now on to Tregenza in the centre of the ground. See if that would help the City side to get back in touch.
And Stephen Williams has certainly given the City side plenty of bite. He's roving with Stephen Sims. Sims resting in the pocket at the moment.
In the centre, Christie takes it out, gives it toward Andrew Jarman. The short kick to Bennett. The City side looking better. Can go short on the lead. Jakovich. O'Dwyer will spoil. Thumps the ball out wide. Champion in support. 3 Woodville players there. Oh, Jakovich does it well. Gets around Champion. Has to handball the ball away when he felt that tackle. And it was good work. 1 against 2. The ball is out of bounds on the 50-metre line. Allan Jakovich is an exciting player, as we say so often. Big Romano Negri on the bench, looking on. Picked up by David Brown. The short kick, Whittlesey, grabbed without it. He's got to get the free kick, Greg Whittlesey, and he'll take it from inside 50 metres.
We're into time on in the second term. Kick number 6 for Whittlesey. The Country All-Stars leading by 19 points. Big leap out there by Christie. Couldn't take the football. Smart overran the ball as well. The ball eventually socked off the ground. And they gain about 20 or 30 metres there, and the ball will be thrown in on the outer side. At 65, 70 metres around from the Country All-Stars goal. It will be Christie opposed to Darren Smith. Smith's already kicked 2 goals. He tapped it down. It was well taken by Neave. Couldn't get it away, though. Stolen by Brown. Brown's pass out looking for Bennett. The back of the pack was Phillips. The handball goes out towards Whittlesey. Whittlesey on the right foot. Tries to put that back towards centre half forward. Clisby's been a little tighter in this second term. The handball from Schache down towards Champion. Over the top looking for Neave. Not a good handball. Brown was tackled. Play on the call. Intercepted by Smith. Beautifully read. Tregenza in there. Back to Champion. He turned the right way, which was the wrong way. And that is a magnificent pass to find Darren Smith, who should kick his 3rd goal. Closing from 20 metres. 3 goals, Darren Smith.
By Greg Phillips and O'Dwyer in pursuit for players of not as much pace is terrific. Picked up by Redden like a rover toward the half-forward centre wing area. Almost the mark to Clisby. Schwartz, the handball. Smart. Andrew Jarman through half-forward. Raised the eyes, had a look. The passes aren't quite getting to Jakovich. He has to get them on first bounce. Got around O'Dwyer. That's clever work. The check side, the goal is well offline, in fact. I'm expecting a little much from Allan Jakovich, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so, Bucky. I think he did a great effort in getting around Des O'Dwyer, but normally on those occasions, the first option should be to look back on the top of the square.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Michael. And, he tried the near impossible. Now Sims, who nearly lost the football, gave it back towards Hutton. Here's a chance for the City players. Hutton's pretty accurate, and he's posted his 2nd goal, and just maybe they may be able to fight back from here.
Yes, David Hutton with his 15th kick has put through his 2nd goal, and with a handball from Sims, and I think David, being reasonably quiet, would appreciate that, as we see Robbie Negri coming off the ground and Paul Patterson coming on. Looks like going into the ruck.
That'll be interesting to see Paul Patterson in the ruck in the centre. He'll contest the ball as it's bounced down by Mark Mackey and up against Big Mick Redden. Redden wins that one easily, in fact. Gets it down toward Williams. Williams goes away toward the half-forward area. Darren Jarman didn't take control. With him is John Seebohm. The ball carried to the line. It'll be a boundary throw in left half-forward flank for the City side. The margin, 26 points in favour of the Country All-Stars. Redden in front. Schache from behind, taken by Bruce Lindsay. The captain goes forward. Jakovich on the lead. That is a good kick by Bruce Lindsay under plenty of pressure.
And John Cale just making a few moves. Troy Clark has now gone to a half-forward flank, and Craig Dewhurst to the centre wing.
Allan Jakovich is not kicking at all well today. He has 1 goal. He also has 6 points to his credit.
Yes, he's not, Bucky. He's normally a lot more accurate kick than that, and that was a beautiful kick from Bruce Lindsay under pressure on his left foot, and really Allan Jakovich should have kicked that.
The football with Des O'Dwyer. Kicks to the outer side. It's a pass out there searching for Abernethy, and he takes the mark. As I mentioned, Troy Clark now playing on a half-forward flank. And Craig Dewhurst, the South Adelaide centreman, come wingman, playing on the outer wing. He's opposed to Hutton, who's having an influence in this game. The ball comes to ground. There's Dewhurst. A few other players out of position. Michael, we see John Paynter playing on a half-back flank.
Yeah, he is, Kim, and Jack hasn't had one of his best games today. And also, I think Cornsey could really put Christie into ruck and even put Paul Patterson, who does play in the back lines for West Adelaide, on David Hynes.
The ball goes forward. And Filkey drives the ball long, and the mark's taken by Smith. Yeah, well, he's perhaps in a dilemma, Michael. He had Patterson on Hynes, and Hynes kicked 3 on him in this term, and he's running out of options. The ball put forward, and there's the mark taken by Patterson. Paul Patterson. He's had a great year at full-back for the Bloods. Drives at centre field. Greg Phillips there, known as Coochie, as Brian told you earlier. The handball goes out to Brown. Thought about the left-handed handball, then decided to kick out towards Jakovich, and O'Dwyer. Jakovich once more, too slow. Great tackle, Tregenza. Not too many players run away from that man. Hodges had time to steady, didn't, and paid the penalty.
Had plenty of time to steady then. Obviously no talking there. Picked it up, was on his left foot. Could have straightened and kicked with his right, and obviously coach John Cole wouldn't be happy.
31 scoring shots to 25, and the side with the most scoring shots, the City side, are down. 105 plays 81. Scott Lee, irrepressible defender, really has had a good season. Oh, Greg Smith, he was all by himself. He had a good 10 metres and did everything he could to keep it in play. Couldn't. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Let's have a look again. Tried to keep his feet in and fool the boundary umpire. It was a good effort. Tap down, Grantley, Filkey, 12th kick, puts it back towards centre half forward. Schache not quite the mark, but he's got good control of the ball. Picks it up well off hands, but Sims takes it away to Payze. Payze, the kick was not good towards centre half forward. Lindsay will have to work hard for this one. Taps it out. Bennett was a good handball back to Payze. That's a better kick. Jakovich is the player he's looking for, and Allan Jakovich is found at last on the chest. Jakovich has kicked 1 goal 6. It'll be his 12th kick.
And you wouldn't like to have your house on this, Brian, the way he's been travelling today.
Well, you reckon he won't get it, Kim, but I've got confidence in Allan Jakovich. So let's hope he doesn't let me down. He's only 30 metres out. A full forwards easy shot at goal, and gee whiz, he only just scraped the point.
Oh, Brian, I hope you didn't have a little wager on that one. He is not in form at the moment. There's $10,000 for the winner of this game, and you would think the desperation from the City All-Stars would be a little more than what it is at the moment. And opportunities like that, well, you just can't afford to waste them, and that's what's been happening. And the country boys won't let up. They're enjoying this opportunity to show who's the better bred as far as footballers are concerned. Oh, now that's ridiculous. That's 50 metres. In fact, it's probably stupid more so than ridiculous.
Yeah, you're certainly right there, Kim. I honestly don't think Graham Corns would be too happy with that. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him come off.
Well, it's a joke to Andrew Jarman. Abernethy's got the ball towards centre half forward. Gilbert McAdam. Greg Smith. The chance for Filkey. Oh, he's got pace. He goes backwards, though. Puts it toward Darren Smith. Darren Smith puts it in. The chance for Schache to mark, and he has.
Well, Graham Corns is a great competitor. He wasn't happy with what Jarman did. He's getting dragged straight away, and the crowd, well, they're giving the raspberry to Jarman. Jarman will want to go through the interchange gates. He realises he should. Staritski on, and as you mentioned, Brian, Graham Corns wouldn't stand for that, nor should he.
No, there's a lot of money on the game, but apart from that, players have put their credibility on the line. The action is with Laurence Schache with his 13th kick, and he has 4 goals, all in the first quarter. Now he has his 5th goal.
Yeah, it's undisciplined by Andrew Jarman, and I'm sure that he treats it as a joke, but wouldn't be very happy with his performance there. And as we see, Filks getting the ball out, and Laurence Schache taking a good grab from a kick from Darren Smith. And I think Alan Schwartz has played reasonably well on him, kept him reasonably quiet from now, but Laurence kicks truly for goal number 5.
Yes, Schache kicked 4 in the first term, all on Clisby. Schwartz has done a pretty good job since then. Redden won the tap down towards Abernethy. Redden gets the kick away, though. Schache again underneath. One grab, couldn't take it. Schwartz has the football. Puts it to the outer side. Peter Bennett under that, playing centre half forward for the City team. He should get 50 here. Well, McAdam disguised that well. I think Mackie should have made a decision. Kick number 10. Players set themselves. Champion underneath that, couldn't take it. Seebohm took the crumbs, gets the kick away. Seebohm originally from the southeast. Sims snaps towards goal. Oh, he's a great little rover. 16 kicks and 3 goals to Stephen Sims. And Graham Corns, he was a pretty frustrated man at three-quarter time. He was quite agitated, but he was still very positive and confident of a victory. As he stressed to his players, they trailed by only 4 straight kicks. It was 23 points. But they just clearly haven't been good enough whilst they've had their chances. Tregenza, he has been a champion this afternoon. He puts the ball forward. 25 kicks he's had. Schwartz in there. Paynter tried to steal it. Over the top, pushing it out was Clisby. Had a horror first quarter when Schache kicked 4. Gets the handball out towards Sims, though. This will be kick number 20. Goes centre field, looking for Hutton. 2 strong Phillips over the top of his teammate. Handballs out towards Greg Smith. They have loose players everywhere. McKinnon could give it to Clark. Decides to kick towards the unprotected goal. The umpire has a good look and says, that's not bad, Robin McKinnon. Through for his first goal. The Country All-Stars have now kicked 22.
Yes, Robbie McKinnon's been on and off the bench all day, but found loose on the half-forward line. Where Greg Smith kicked on, found him. Could have used other players, but a strong kick from the 50-metre line and kicked through for his first goal.
Very free scoring today. A lot of shots at goal. 37 shots at goal for the Country side and 40 shots at goal for the City. And the margin is 47 points in favour of the All-Stars from the Country. Back in the centre, Christie in ruck. Gets his hand to that one, down to Sims. Sims goes on the left boot toward half forward. Well, that's a good mark taken by John Seebohm. Stephen Williams used his body pretty well, I thought, but Seebohm certainly had the reach. John Cale looks pretty content on the bench, as he ought to be. He's had a good look at a lot of players today for that encounter with Western Australia. Coming up shortly.
And the record books will give John Cale another state victory.
Surely will. Yep, he's happy with that. Bounce down. Up they go. Hodges thumped the ball forward. Came back to him again. He's got the chance to go at goal. Puts it up to the goal square underneath the ball. That was good body work by Jakovich on O'Dwyer. And the ball is out of bounds.
Yeah, Desi's had a fair job to do on Jakovich today. Although he hasn't kicked well, kicked 1 goal, 6 I think it is, and Des has done a reasonable job there and be quite happy with his performance.
Throw in right forward pocket at the southern end. Big leap there by Hodges over towards Bruce Lindsay, and the City captain kicks his first goal. And the News City All-Stars post their 13th goal to the 28-minute mark of this final term.
It's well done by Scott Hodges after the boundary throw-ins, jumped up, grabbed it, saw Bruce Lindsay there and just walked in and kicked a goal. Bruce was first and probably been a bit quiet today, but we know he's a great player and will bounce back.
Back in the centre. Bounced down by umpire Mark Mackey. Umpires have done well today, no doubt about it. They haven't had a lot to do, considering the quality of player. That's great work by Schache to McKinnon. Wide to Filkey. Can he go at goal? Left boot at it. Puts it up. That is a glorious goal.
Yeah, magnificent play by the Country All-Stars again. Started from Mick Redden. Got it out to Bruce Abernethy, who's done a quick kick out of the centre. Tapped on by Laurence Schache. Robbie McKinnon's come through and handballed onto Filks. Filks on his left foot. A beautiful kick, has kicked his 3rd goal. Well done to the Country All-Stars.
This Grantley Filkey has certainly displayed his best kicking today. Normally not the most accurate man in front of goals, but he's kicked 3 lovely goals this afternoon. Siren should sound at any stage. We're approaching the 30-minute mark. 1:53 plays 1:06, and the ball will be bounced once more. Umpire Rick Kinnear has officiated today with Mark Mackey. Simon Neave lifts himself off the ground. Gets some encouragement from Michael Redden, who perhaps his best man on the ground, along with Tregenza. The ball pushed forward. Hodges has worked hard in this second half since being moved out to a half-forward flank. Darren Jarman was thrashed in the first half, but that is a lovely pass to find Jakovich. He's kicked 1-7. He pulled up pretty quickly after taking that mark. With kick number 13, which is normally a pretty good effort for a full forward. Let's see if he can post his 2nd goal. I'd love to hear what Des O'Dwyer is saying at the moment. Jakovich, the right foot kick on its way. He's kicked 2 goals to the cheers of this crowd. And the City All-Stars move along to 14-28. The Country Boys 23-15.
Yes, Allan Jakovich has got a beautiful pass there from Darren Jarman. Rarely wasted disposal. Had kicked 1-6. Beautiful kick. 2 goals, 6. And Desi O'Dwyer, his teammate, has shook his hand on that beautiful kick.
Well, the margin is 41 points. Been some entertaining football today, no doubt. As the kick down toward the half-forward area by McKinnon, and there goes the siren. The final score, the City All-Stars, 14-28-112, losers by 41 points. The Country All-Stars, the victors, 23 goals, 15, 153. The action brought to you on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Yes, it certainly was, Bucky, and the Country All-Stars too good there, winning by, 41 points. A fine display of a far more dedicated than the City All-Stars, and John Cale, the coach of the Country, would be pleased with that. Let's look at the main goal scorers. Firstly, for the Country, Laurence Schache, a great game, kicked 6, 3 to Hynes, Darren Smith and Filkey, and 2 to young Simon Neave. And of the City All-Stars, Sims booted 3, probably their best player today. Hutton, Hodges and Jakovich all kicked 2 goals. And after the game, little Bucky Cunningham spoke to John Cale.
Jack, congratulations. It
Thanks,
was a good win.
Yeah, it was a good win because we thought during the week that they had a little bit more talent, but I thought we combined very well as a team, and that proved successful today.
They played the game the way that you wanted it played today?
80%. I thought that we just were indirect, particularly halfway through that second quarter and third quarter, when we had enough of the ball to possibly be a little bit more in front, but I thought we overused the ball a bit.
I guess it would have to be said that that's a pointer for the state game against Western Australia, and so you would have seen a lot of players in contention out there.
Yes, it was actually. We saw some good youngsters. I thought for the opposition, Simsy played pretty well in state level. That was good. Mike Redden, he was tremendous.
Well, your ruck setup, if we look at that in the centre of the ground, I would have thought before the game that maybe you were down in terms of running players, Rovers in particular, out of the centre.
Yes, if anything, you would think the 2 Jarman boys, and the City side probably on paper looked a better team around the ball, but I thought that Mike Redden, Greg Smith played very well, Gilbert McAdam, and our 2 Rovers early were very, very good.
And Simon Tregenza, I was interested to see that you started him in the centre, and he really did perform, didn't he?
Oh, he did. He's a proven centreman in the juniors, and we just thought it was a good chance to play him there today. Towards half-time, we were starting to lose a little bit of cross-centre, Brian, so we put him out to the wing and brought Aber into centre, and we went from 11 points up, I think, to kick back to 4 or 5 goal up.
I suppose if you look at that state game now, you really have a luxury of top-class forward players, haven't you? Plenty of height up there.
Well, there is some height. Laurence Schache did very well. I thought he played well. Darren Smith, David Hynes did well when we put him the full forward. So there's some height there, and I thought we had some good running players. Grantley Filkey, his leg power in the second half in particular, did well.
Well, Jack, we're all looking forward to that game against Western Australia. Congratulations today.
Thanks, Brian.
Bucky Cunningham there talking to a very successful coach in John Cale. Gee whiz, the Country All-Stars had some good players today, but in my opinion, none better than Mick Redden. His performance today was outstanding. A giant performance. He controlled the square, and probably the best player for the City All-Stars was North Adelaide player Stephen Sims. We'll come back with more footy right after the break. Stay with us.
This man is using the payphone without any money. He has the new telecom phone card.
Hi, Mario. Listen, can I have a large pizza to go with... Oh, you don't deliver? Oh, thanks.
It's not a credit card. You buy it wherever you see the phone card sign on display.
Dial it, you deliver? Great. You guys hungry?
No coins, no barter.
Jody, honey.
Telecom phone card. It's the change you've been looking for.
I'm stuck again.
I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait to fill the gap with a Colonel Burger. I can't wait.
Got a snack-sized gap to fill? Try the new snack-sized Colonel Burger from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Cooked with that secret blend of 11 herbs and spices.
I can't wait.
Only $1.25. Fills the gap in your tummy. Won't make a hole in your pocket.
Fill the gap with a Colonel Burger. I can't wait.
Imagine a shaver that was more comfortable to hold and cordless, that had a platinum-plated foil for a smoother shave, a combination shave for the neck and difficult areas, an extendable trimmer. and a built-in computer, so you always knew just how much power you had. Then imagine the new System 123 shaver, designed to perform better by Braun.
Tonight, a bus crash in California leaves nearly 20 Australians injured. One is reported to be in a serious condition after the bus lost its brakes on a narrow road, hitting an embankment and rolling over. A full report tonight. Also, a gunman sparked some of the worst rioting seen in Israel for some time. As many as 600 people were injured in the melee after 7 Arabs were shot dead by the gunman. There's the inaugural city-country football match at Footy Park, and a complete roundup of Adelaide Cup racing tonight at 6.